Hello, dear students. So now we would move ahead in this chapter number 4 of class 8 science, that is materials, metals, and non-metals. So today we would discuss about some common metals that we are using. Okay, let's say we have gold. So we are using gold in making the jewelries, rings, etc. So all these things means which are costly in nature are made up of the gold. So having so gold is having yellowish color and it is again shiny in nature. And then we have another metal, that is silver. It is again shiny in nature, okay, grayish in color. Okay, then we have another metal, that is the copper, again shiny in nature and have the reddish brown color. Then you have another metal, that is iron. So iron is again shiny in nature, somehow it is shiny in nature. Okay, and it is having it is just less blackish like. Okay, so one common thing we are just finding out from here, that yes, metals are shiny in nature. In general metals are shiny in nature. Okay, similarly we have another such metals, such as we have sodium, we have then magnesium, then we have aluminium, then we have cobalt, then we have zinc. Okay, then we have nickel, then we have potassium. So these are some commonly, etc. So these are some commonly used metals. Okay, now we would study about what are the metals. What are the metals? So write the next topic now. What are the metals? Metals. Now we would study about the metals. What are the metals? Okay, so metals are those substances which are electropositive in nature. So let me write this here, later I would explain it. Metals are those substances which are electropositive in nature. Electropositive in nature. Okay, electropositive means which have the tendency to lose the electron. So metals have the tendency to lose the electron. Means, so you can write it. It means metals have the tendency to lose electrons. Okay, now let me explain, let me elaborate this also, because I have to explain about the electron, proton and neutron. Because here in a brief I have written that yes, metals are those substances which are electropositive in nature. It implies which have the tendency to lose the electron, which can lose the electron and become the electropositive then. Okay, we would call such substances as the electropositive one or the metal. Okay, so now let me elaborate this and let me explain about the subatomic particles, that is electron. What are electrons, proton and neutron? Let me explain this. So now if you see, the things around us are known as the matter. Anything you just see around yourself is a matter. Anything, whatever is there around yourself, it's a matter. And the matter are made up of the molecules. Okay, so the matter, anything which is there around you is a matter, and the matter are made up of the molecules. And again the molecules are also made up of atoms. Yes, molecules are made up of the atoms, and atoms comprises of some subatomic particles. Atoms are also contain atoms contain three subatomic particles. So this atom contain how many particles? Three subatomic particles: electron, proton and neutron. Electron, proton and neutron. Are you getting this? Atoms contain three subatomic particles: electron, proton and neutron. We call them as the subatomic particles because all these three reside inside the atom. Okay, so atoms contain three subatomic particles: electron, proton and neutron. Okay, and electrons are negatively charged particles. Electrons are what? Electrons are negatively charged particles. Electrons are negatively charged particle, negatively charged particle. Protons are positively charged particle, whereas neutrons are neutral in nature. They do not have any charge. Are you getting this? So electrons have negative charge, protons have positive charge, and neutrons have, means they do not have any charge. They are neutral in nature. Okay. Now if you see inside an atom, the number of electron and number of proton both are equal. Okay. So in an atom, you can write it here, in an atom, number of electrons are equal to number of protons. Both are equal. Okay, in an atom, number of electrons equals to number of proton. Okay, now let me elaborate this again. Just note it down. If you have noted it, just let me elaborate this now. Now you see, as I have just now told you, number of electrons and number of protons are equal in an atom. Let me make the structure here. Let's say we have an atom. So an atom comprises of three particles: electron. There are three particles in an atom: electron, proton and neutron. Okay, electron, proton and the neutron, these are the three subatomic particles. Okay, proton and neutron are concentrated at the center of the atom. Let's say this is the center of that. Let's say this is the complete atom, and at the center of the atom we have two particles there, proton and neutron. Okay, so proton and neutron are there at the center of the atom. So this center is also known as the nucleus. This is also known as the nucleus of the atom. Sorry, this is the nucleus. Okay, nucleus means where you have the positively charged particle, because neutrons do not have any charge. It means the center is what? The center is the positive charge here, because it is having the positively charged proton and neutrons are there. Neutrons do not have any charge, so center would be positively charged then. Okay, so center is nucleus. This center is known as the nucleus. So in the center you have, at the center you have proton and neutrons there. Okay, and where are the electrons then? Electrons would be revolving around the nucleus. Electrons are negatively charged particles, so they would revolve around the nucleus in different orbit. Like one orbit I have made, there would be some another orbit also. Okay, so electrons are revolving around the nucleus. So here you have the electrons. So the electrons are revolving around the nucleus. Okay, electrons are revolving around the nucleus in different orbits or paths, what we call. Okay, and proton and neutron reside at the center of the atom. This center is known as the nucleus. Now if you see, the metal have the tendency to lose the electron. The metals, I am talking about the metals. Metals have the tendency to lose this electron. Metals can lose the electron. They can lose 1 electron, they can lose 2 electrons, they can lose 3 electrons. So metals have the tendency to lose the electron. Okay, so let me elaborate this again. Let's say suppose we have an atom. Let's say we have an atom here, and in an atom there are 4 protons. Let's say these are the protons, just showing by the dots. Okay, let's say there are 4 protons and 4 electrons, because number of protons are equal to the number of electrons. And let's say this is an atom, and it is having 4 electrons and 4 protons. Electrons are negative charge particle, and protons are, these are the protons, and these are the electrons. Okay, so in an atom, let's say there are 4 protons and 4 electrons. Okay, as I have said, metals have the tendency to lose the electron. Let's say the metal is losing this electron. Okay, so this electron is no more here now. So how many electrons are there now still? How many electrons are there? Sorry, this is not. Metals have the tendency to lose the electron. Let's say metal is losing this electron now. Okay, so how many electrons would be there now inside? There would be only 3 electrons. Getting or not? And proton would remain 4 there. Protons are still 4 there, and it is losing 1 electron because it is the metal. Metal has the tendency to lose the electron. Okay, so it is losing an electron. So now how many electrons are left here? 3 electrons. And how many protons are there? 4 protons. And now, as you are knowing, protons are positively charged particle, electrons are negatively charged particle. So which one particle are more here, positively charged or negatively charged? Negatively charged particles are less here. Here earlier there were 4, now it is 3 here. But positively charged particles are more here. It means the atom has become electropositive, because if after losing an electron, the positive charge is more now here. Earlier, the positive and negative both were equal. The atom was neutral. Positive and negative charge particle both were equal. So the atom was neutral in nature. But right now, after losing an electron, it would become electropositive because it is losing an electron, and now number of positively charged particles are more there. If the number of positively charged particles are more, then the atom would become electropositive in nature. Are you getting this? So such atoms would be such substances would be called as the metal. So metals have the tendency to lose the electron. So the atoms of the metal would lose the electron. Are you getting this? So this has become electropositive in nature. That is what I was trying to explain to you. Are you getting this? Yes. So metals have the tendency to lose the electron, and after losing the electron, they would become what? They would become electropositive in nature. Are you getting this? Hope you are getting this. Now we would study the remaining topics in the upcoming lecture. Till then, stay tuned and keep watching. Thank you. Have a good day.